It's Friday, June 15th, 2012. I'm Alex Jones, and this is yet another original edition of INFOWARS Nightly News. Straight ahead.
Tonight, unconstitutional wars, Obamacare, the National Defense Authorization Act. It's official. The presidency is now a dictatorship. Then, the founder of We Are Change, Luke Rudkowski, confronts Rand Paul about Bilderberg. Plus, the Obama war machine announces the invasion of Syria. And James Wesley Rawls joins Alex to discuss the impending economic collapse. That's up next on the INFOWARS Nightly News.
First off tonight, it's official. The presidency is now a dictatorship. And Obama can come or go or even resign, which would be nice, but they replace him with Mitt Romney, which wouldn't be nice. So it's a Hobson's choice. Catch-22, as they say. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. No way out. Rock in a hard place. Out of the fire into the oven. A few more cliches. What do? We get rid of the New World Order, the globalists, the private Federal Reserve that runs these puppets. But he's come out and said he will legalize any of the illegal aliens he wants anytime in a jobs program. But citizens can go straight to Hades. But he also launches wars without congressional approval and saying the UN is the boss. He shuts down power plants that aren't owned by his buddies. He ships guns into Mexico and blames it on his enemies and says they're allowed to engage in perjury. He gives waivers to his buddies on the health care plan, thousands of big companies. So there it is. It's official. The presidency now a dictatorship. We've got to admit that this country is in trouble to ever be able to start reversing what's happened in this nation. All right, shifting gears out of that, we now move to Obama war machine announces invasion of Syria. And I see these comments at Infowars.com like, Alex, where's the invasion? You said it was happening. Well, I mean, I know they called the bombing of Libya peace bombs and put Al-Qaeda in there. And I know they say Al-Qaeda's good. And I know I'm bad because I don't like them. But it's on record they've got Al-Qaeda blowing up military and police stations. I'm not saying Assad's some great guy, but compared to Al-Qaeda, he's a good guy. They're trying to overthrow the country, and now they're all over the news saying, invade, bomb, boots on the ground. Every time I walk by a television, it's on the news. CNN, MSNBC, Fox, same message. It says the U.S. military has completed its own planning for how American troops would conduct a variety of operations against Syria. But they'll just say it's not war. And then they say they're going to put Al-Qaeda in charge to kill the Jews and expel the Christians. So it is certainly in your face, and I'm unpatriotic because I don't support Al-CIA, duh. Al-Qaeda CIA, duh. Al-CIA, duh. I mean, it's just duh. Got a studio audience out there tonight. Hello, children. Hello, yes. Hey, Obama cares about everybody, folks. He's a good guy. By the way, Axelrod has come out in a video interview that we have linked at Infowars.com. And he says that they will restrict free speech in their next administration. But Mitt Romney's bought and paid for with the same folks. Maybe he'll try. But we've got, Mitch McConnell coming out and saying that America was built on free speech, the most important part of the Bill of Rights, and so we need to define speech and defend speech we don't like. And they went on to break all of that down. Kind of like the Republicans shut down the Dixie Chicks and Rage Against the Machine when they had anti-war music or made anti-war statements in 2003. You Republicans are just as bad as Obama. Again, yeah, I don't like Obama, but he's not the evil dog. See, Obama is like a turd from a dog. So is Mitch McConnell. So is Mitt Romney. So I don't want to sit here and discuss the droppings all day and how much I hate them. I don't like dog droppings. You ever get up when you got dogs, step in it? It's like, oh, man, I'd have let you out if you wouldn't have done that. Come on. Uncool. So I'm not mad at a teleprompter reading dog dropping, whether it's Mitt Romney or Barack Obama. I mean, these guys are all circling the drain. I want to go after the actual dog. I can use more scatological jokes if you'd like. I mean, it's only because it's accurate. I've got a repertoire of lexicons dealing with semantical expressions and Shakespearean colloquialisms, but I think it's more important to really cut down to what we're talking about. Obama is a dropping. So are the others, as long as they're puppets. That's why it's sad to see Rand Paul moving from being a maverick statesman and saying compromise with droppings. I mean, you know, and we got some video of some confrontations of that coming up. But we can laugh all day. These guys are waging war against us. They mean business. And it is serious, serious, serious tyranny. Another article with Lord Obama. Obama makes election year change in deportation policy. I already mentioned the whole dictatorial thing, but there's the Associated Press where he will decide if you can stay here. Continuing, Obama trade document leaked revealing new corporate powers and broken campaign promises. And yeah, U.S. companies domestically have basically no way to operate. If you're a foreign globalist in China or India or Mexico, you're above the law and can operate, so that'll cause all the jobs to leave. The leaked document has been posted on the website of Citizens Trade Campaign, a long-time critic of the administration's trade objectives. And, of course, Obama's response is arrest whoever leaked this. They don't ever deny it. They just say arrest everyone who's not a terrorist like they are. Continuing, U.S. to landlords, shut down pot shops or lose your property. Doesn't matter if California says you can have medical dispensaries of marijuana. Doesn't matter if marijuana is an important part of our economy. Doesn't matter if it's less dangerous than alcohol. Doesn't matter. They're saying no judge, no jury, federal government, not even the U.S. This headline's wrong out of Huffington Post Business. But the bankers that hijacked our country are, we're going to take your business if you let somebody sell marijuana out of it. Kind of like in Seattle, where the cops have taken more than half the bars and end up owning them themselves because they sell drugs to themselves in the bathrooms. Decriminalize now, take the police state's favorite tool away. And I don't smoke, Mary Jane, and I say decriminalize for those of you that say we're a bunch of weed heads. Me, I like antioxidant grape juice myself. All right, let's continue on with the other articles here. Police. Man tries to board plane with explosive. Probably somebody caught one of their operatives doing a drill because he's given a misdemeanor for trying to take the explosives on the aircraft. It says, we confirmed he didn't have any intent to use them on the plane. Well, then that's fine, then, said Lieutenant Nathan Garbe of Redmond Police. As far as we're knowing, he's knowingly knew he had them and forgot them. That has yet to be confirmed, so I guess everything is fine. Continuing here, foreign holdings of U.S. debt hit record high. That's how the banksters want us. And again, our country wouldn't even be in debt. 90+% of what we pay is derivatives to keep the banks propped up. The $15 trillion that we owe to China and the private Federal Reserve, that's just maneuvering us into bankruptcy. They've signed us on to 600+ trillion of the 1.5 quadrillion in garbage that Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan made. We can pay off the 15 trillion anytime. But it's all about China and everybody putting us down and teaching us that we're garbage. Foreign demand for U.S. Treasury securities rose to record high in April. China, the largest buyer of Treasury debt, increased its holdings slightly after trimming them for 2 straight months because the globalists are busy imploding Europe, so China's moving out of that. But Europe falls, we go up, but then fall. So it's like two guys jumping out of an airplane, and one guy's falling further without a parachute, and the other guy's above him going, hey, I'm not hitting the ground as early as you are. They're like, ha, you're going to splat. And the guy's like, well, you're 20 feet above me. Doesn't matter, I'm trendy. Whoosh, I get to watch you splat. Like 1 split second as you hear the head bust like a melon. Boom. It's like, ah! But it's okay, you're trending, and that's all that matters. Okay, this is teleprompter-free news, ladies and gentlemen, and never forget it. We take you now to Clandethu. No, this actually isn't Starship Troopers. We're not having Tarpley the Brain Bug on right now. Let's go ahead and go to Dr. Adam Spartacus, his codename Weishaupt, founder of the Illuminati. Of all the means I know to lead men, the most effectual is a concealed mystery. The hankering of the mind is irresistible. Oh, come into our secret society. Give us money and dues. Oh, it's too powerful for you to understand. And really all you're being done is ripped off. That's why they get all the elites into perverted and weird stuff where normal people never get sick of the same thing. I never get sick of my beautiful, voluptuous wife. I never get sick of cheese enchiladas. I never get sick of swimming in a nice big lake or water skiing. I never get sick of my wonderful children playing in the yard. I never get sick of normal stuff. It's what Madison Avenue wants to make you feel inadequate, to sell you cultural death so you'll buy into all their poisons. Take Prozac, drink sodium fluoride. Hey, China says it's good to have mercury in your child's formula. But God forbid we don't lock up all the people that smoke marijuana. All right, we take you now to two different clips of Luke Rudkowski and others confronting Rand Paul. He used to talk to, in fact, the first clip we should play is a year ago. He talks to Rand Paul, and then he talks about the Federal Reserve, the New World Order, the Bilderberg Group, and how I woke Senator Paul up to the Bilderberg Group. Senator Paul says that. And then we've got clips coming up after that, excerpts of just yesterday with Luke and others talking to him about the Bilderberg Group, and he will not discuss it with them. So we're really seeing Rand going establishment. It's very, very sad. After these clips, the old clip and then the new clip, we'll go to break and come back with our guest on the survival of the Republic and how to prepare yourself and your family. Stay with us.
Our organization confronted Ben Bernanke on his ties with the Bilderberg Group as well. Do you know anything about the Bilderberg Group?
Only what I've learned from Alex Jones.
Do you know, for the people who don't know what's going on, can you tell people who are the Bilderberg Group, if you feel comfortable doing so?
Yeah, well, I'm not probably the world's expert on it, but I think it's people who get together who are very wealthy people who I think manipulate and use government to their own personal advantage. And I think that's the biggest thing that would help us combat this, is that they want to make it out like they're just to help humanity and world government will be good for humanity. But guess what? World government's good for their pocketbook. They're very wealthy and they use government to make more money for themselves, and that's where you expose them. And I think ultimately people are talking about that with the Federal Reserve. Expose the people through an audit, maybe like Goldman Sachs and different banks that are making a lot of money off the U.S. taxpayer through these special deals they're getting with the Federal Reserve.
Hey, Senator Paul. My name is Luke of We Are Change. We had an interesting conversation before about the Bilderberg Group, and knowing what you know, how can you support Mitt Romney when The Guardian reported he was at the Bilderberg meeting?
The senator just got out of a meeting where
We're having a private conversation right now. You can make an appointment to stop by sometime.
I know it's a comfortable question. I know you know a lot about the Bilderberg Group, and we just want to know, why would you endorse? I know you're playing politics, but is politics really that dirty?
Justin, waiting to hear back from Jessica right now. Do you want to call her and see?
Rand, the Bilderberg Group is a very serious group.
You can get Jessica online and I'll talk to her about that.
A lot of people have a lot of questions about your endorsement of Romney, and I think the Bilderberg one is very poignant. And also Goldman Sachs, when I interviewed you, you called for an audit.
Did you find out that Robert was able to get back to the apartment?